This video will be about cyberbullies and negativity. Okay, well, yeah, most of the time, bullying, the bullying stems from negativity, because bullies feed off bullies feed off of, feed off of negativity, and the more you give up on something, the more power you giving the bullies. Don't give the bullies power. Don't give the bullies power by giving up, because that's what the bully wants you to do. They want you to give up. Don't do it, because that's all bullies know how to do. All bullies know how to do is hurt people, verbally, physically, mentally, and most of the times emotionally. Because I think that's the only language bullies know, is hurt people. They say things, they do things to hurt people. Bullies want to see people down and depressed. They want to see people miserable. They want to see people angry. They want to see people mad. They want to see people hurt. Don't give them that power, because if you do, you're letting the bully win. Don't let them win. And these bullies feed off of negativity. But as I said, don't let the bullies win, because if you let them win, then you have already given up on yourself. So as I said, bullies like to feed off of negativity, because that's what it stems from. That's what bullying stems from. Negativity. They hurt people mentally, emotionally, verbally, and sometimes physically. Because bullying is the only thing bullies know. All they know how to do is hurt people physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, and as I said, physically. Don't give the bullies that power, because like I said, if you give them that power, the bully wins. So don't let the bullies win, because if you let the bullies win, as I said before, you are pretty much giving up on yourself. So we have to stand up to the bullies. You have to stand up. You have to stand up to the bullies, and don't let the bullies win, because all bullies know how to do is hurt people physically, mentally, verbally, and emotionally. Because all bullies are just mean-spirited people who go around who aren't satisfied until they mentally or physically or verbally break the person down, because that's all they do is go around hurting people in any kind of way whatsoever, not caring for the well-being of that person, because that's all they do. They go around hurting people physically, mentally, verbally, and emotionally. I mean, we can't let the bullying continue, because as I said in the previous video, we do have bullies, and then we have the cyberbullies. Cyberbullies act the same way as they act the same way as they act the same way as real life bullies. I mean, they just can't. I mean, they just can't stand to see people happy. They just can't stand to see people successful. They just can't stand to see people on cloud. They just can't stand to see people on cloud nine. They'll steal things from you. They'll do whatever they want to hurt you, and most of the time they'll end up harming you. So, as I said before, we can't let bullies win, because if you let the bullies win, as I said, you have already given up on yourself. And as I said in the previous video, all bullies know how to do is hurt people physically, mentally, mentally, verbally, and emotionally. Because all these bullies, I mean, they just won't stop until they've crushed people's hopes and dreams. Because that's all these bullies go around doing, crushing people's hopes and dreams. And this has got to stop. Because all these bullies want is to see people hurt, is to see people depressed, is to see people down. I mean, they have gone so far as to make people want to go out and kill themselves because of bullying. I mean, this bullying has got to stop. There are some cyberbullies who have even gone there are some cyberbullies who have even gone so far as to cross the line. Some cyberbullies have crossed the line as to say things to hurt people physically, verbally, emotionally, and sometimes mentally. I mean, and don't be surprised, because elderly people and don't be surprised because some elderly people can be bullies as well. I mean, bullies come in all shapes, sizes, and forms. But as I said before, we can't let the bullies win, because if you let the bullies win, you have already given up on yourself. So this bullying has got to stop. But as I said, it all stems down. It all stems to negativity. We don't need all this negativity, because the more negativity that's around, the more the bullies feed off of it. So as I said, you can't let the bullies win, because as I said before, if you let the bully or bullies win, you have already given up on yourself. You have already defeated yourself. So don't let the bully defeat you, or you have already lost. You have already defeated yourself. So we can't let bullies, cyberbullies, or trolls for that matter win, because as I said, you let the bully when you have already given up on yourself. You have already defeated yourself. And the bullies think this is some sort of game. But guess what? It's not. It's not a game at all. And as I said in the previous video, karma is a real bitch. And karma will come back to bite these bullies in the ass. And in other words, these bullies and these cyber bullies will get what's coming to them. One way or the other, these bullies and cyber bullies and these trolls will get what's coming to them in the end. Because it all boils down to what's coming to these bullies, cyber bullies, and trolls. But as I said, karma's a real bitch. And these bullies, cyber bullies and trolls, they will get what's coming to they will get what's coming to them, one way or the other. And let me tell you something, it's not going to be pretty. But as I said before, these bullies, cyber bullies, and trolls, they will get what's coming to them. And believe me, it's not going to be pretty at all.